Good morning, everyone. Happy Hump Day. Have a blessed Wednesday. Um, I said I want to start doing this recording every morning so I can let y'all see my journey that I'm starting on. Well, I already been on my journey, but I'm starting something new. Like I got up this morning, I'm trying to create me a schedule. I got up this morning and I did my Yoni V steam before I took my spiritual cleansing bath. Um, if you don't know what a V steam Yoni thing is, it's like where you use the natural herbs and it's a machine. I'll let y'all see it, but not today. I just want to talk, but we'll talk about that another day. But I got up this morning and I did my V Steam Yoni steamer and I took my spiritual bath. Where a spiritual bath is like when you on your spiritual journey, you want to cleanse all bad energy, especially since yesterday was a full moon. You want to release all bad energy and spell work, black magic, all that stuff people do that y'all try to act like, don't really exist. And it really do, because if it didn't, people wouldn't be doing it. Okay, so I don't know the evil eye. I got on my evil eye jewelry because I took my walk this morning. First, got my earrings, my necklace, protect me from all evil, reverse all them evil eyes. Nobody bothered me. Nobody bothered me, which I know, because every time I wear this, I stay protected with the grace of God. Um, and I have crystals, and I charge my crystals during the full moon for I have a whole bunch of crystals. I'm start doing videos to teach y'all about all that stuff because I'm learning myself. And I went through my spiritual awakening like a year ago. And that's when I moved away from Oak Cliff and I came to Pleasant Grove, which is like right up the street for people who don't know much about Dallas. But anyway, I went through my spiritual awakening. When I got here, it's just something that came over me that said if I wanted to change, because I was already in a different environment. So, what better way to start a new journey? So, what I decided to do was the first thing I decided to do, I was sitting on my floor in the middle of my bedroom floor. He didn't stay out, and I just looked around, just like something just don't feel right. My spirit don't feel right. I looked in the closet, saw all them clothes, all these people. Cause I mean, I'm not ashamed. I buy clothes, but I had friends that would give me clothes and stuff, and I would accept it. Some of the stuff would be nice, but even if it wouldn't, I'll give it to somebody else. But I never turn down when people willing to give me things. I'm not too proud, but cause I give people things as well, so it's no big thing, no big deal. But basically, I wanted to start over, so I went in my closet, starting from that. And it might sound a little crazy, but that's what I did. I went in my closet and I got rid of everything. I mean, I started completely over, like with all the clothes that was given to me, all the clothes my ex got me. I got rid of everything that was a memory of my past. Um, I even started cutting out friends, and it was because I was just trying to protect my energy. You don't really know what people going through, but when you go through a spiritual awakening, you start And I'm an empath. And I can feel people energy. I can feel people vibes. So I started feeling a funny way about some of my friends. And I ain't gonna lie, it was times I used to entertain things too. And I was probably one of them friends too. And I'm not in denial of none of that. But I wanted to change. I wanted to be myself because I basically didn't feel like I was being myself. My soul was telling me that's not me. So once I figured out the people that I need, and I still right today I cut people off. If I feel bad energy from anyone, or if you come to me with any kind of signs of you want to be negative, or your jealousy, because I'm not jealous of anyone. I'm happy for everybody. And I can't say I ain't never have a jealous spirit. We all done had a little jealous spirit, whether we want to admit it or not. But I'm trying to outgrow that. I want the best for everybody. But basically, I have been happy for all my friends. I love to see people doing good. I brag on my friends when they do good things. So, you know, not saying that I expect people to do like me or be like me, but I had to realize that people that I'm happy for don't really be happy for me. People who, and I'm the type of person, when I have a friend, I like to share. I was like that. I've learned not to even do that, but I like to share what I'm going through. I like to share when I'm upset. Even when I'm upset, when I was upset with my kids and I might want to vent, you know. But I never talk bad about my kids. If I do, it's in a jokey way. My kids know I jokes all the time, but I don't play about my kids. And I don't talk about other people's kids. And I don't expect them to talk about mine or talk bad, to anyone or my kids, because you have people who will conversate with your kids against you. So I've been on my spiritual awakening, and I just had to learn so much. I have learned so much during this journey. I'm still trying to work on relationships with my family. I had to cut family off, just for my peace. It's just for my peace. I love my family. But sometimes families can be your downfall too. Sometimes you just need peace and you need to get to know who you are, because you're so busy living for other people, you don't even know who you really are. So by me going through my spiritual awakening, I started cutting a lot of people off, because I would sit around and just listen. It made me more observant to things. And I would sit around, and if I listen to you talk bad about, and it ain't really just like talking bad, it's like bad wishful thinking. And I'm empathetic to things. A kid shouldn't, if a kid calls and talk about their parents to somebody, as an adult, you should not entertain a kid talking bad about their parents, or, grandparents, brothers, sisters, all that. You're not supposed to entertain it. You're supposed to listen and give them sound advice, But a lot of people don't think like that. It's like they love to hear negativity. And if I hear you always talking about your people bad, your so-called friend, when I hear a friend that look at you like your family, and then I hear how you talk about the person that looks at you like family, what makes me a better person? What make me feel like you wouldn't do me like that? So I had to cut ties from people like that, because whenever somebody talks to me, I always try to give them soundful advice. And if I did discuss the conversation with someone, it was discussing that I feel that they should be a better person about how they handle things. It's not talking bad and wishing bad on nobody, because I don't wish bad on nobody, because I don't want that energy returned back to me. I already have negativity, people wishing bad on me without me even doing it. So how I'm gonna be against myself? I'm not going against myself. So even when people ain't for me, I'm still gonna give them sound for advice. And I just had to realize it must be something about me that people wanna confide in me. I'm not a bad person, and I don't give out bad energy, because if I did, people wouldn't want to confide in me. And I'm not bragging or nothing, but I just know I don't wish nothing bad on people, and I don't like when people talk bad about their kids or their sisters and brothers and their best friends. And it ain't even really just talking. I could say I don't like how you do something, but it ain't like I'ma say I hope you lose your place, or she ain't gonna be able to pay her rent, or watch how she ain't gonna keep no job. My whole mentality is, even if that is how they feeling, I want to motivate them to not feel that way. I want to motivate them to keep going and don't give up, and you gonna get you a place. And quit being afraid of challenges. Like, I'm not gonna even lie, when I separated from my last relationship, I people act like they wanted me not to, they wanted happiness for me, or they didn't like the relationship that I was in. I know I didn't like the relationship I was in because I wasn't happy. But some people act like they are sympathetic to you being unhappy, but in reality, they just be glad that they have something to discuss about what's going on in your life. And they'll say that they don't want you with that person and that person bad for you. But when you try to escape and you need people. When you go through bad things, you need people support. I don't care who you is. You can act like I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody. But I really didn't need nobody. I needed God. But sometimes I do need people that's gonna be around to support and help me, that don't look for nothing in return from me, even though I know I owe people a lot of thankful and gratefulness, and whatever I can do to show my appreciation. I know that I need to do that for anybody who has looked out for me, who has let me sleep on their couch, stay in their house, fed me, anything that people have done at the time that I couldn't do. I'm appreciative and grateful for it. But are you doing it just to go tell somebody you did it? Or do you want to do it from your heart? Is it coming from your heart, or when you do it, you call and say, ooh, I let her come stay with me, but she can't stand it. You have them people who entertain you, and they'll be like, girl, that's why I don't let nobody come stay with me. Can't nobody come stay with me, and I don't want nobody staying with me. Well, maybe that's why you wonder why stuff be going wrong in your life. Sometimes you have to be a blessing to people to receive your blessings. When you say negative stuff, you ain't doing nothing but reflecting karma on yourself. If somebody is willing to help people, how can you tell them not to help them? Now, the person that they're helping shouldn't take advantage or take it for granted, because that's one thing I don't do. I don't take things for granted. So when people help me, I try my best to show my appreciation. But people don't understand. Just let me give you a prime example. Like, if I let somebody come stay with me, and they need to stay with me. First of all, I'm going to ask them, how long do you need to stay with me? And if they tell me a time, or if they don't know a time, I'm going to give them a time of how long they can stay with me. That way we won't have no misunderstandings, because we're all adults. So when a person asks me, can they live with me? And I ask them how long do they need to live with me? Let's say they say 3 months. Okay, I agree with the 3 months. Okay. If they're willing to, if they have money, let's start at that. You might let somebody stay with you who don't have income, but if they have an income, you give them a price that you will take from them. You know how y'all want to do it, every week, every 2 weeks, every month, however y'all want to do it. So here's my thing: that 3rd month, if they're paying you and they need to move, my thing of, if you're not struggling, because if a person helping you, you shouldn't be helping nobody and you really struggling, to me. And then you still complaining, because it's like you done added problems to your problems. You shouldn't help nobody if you can't help them. Let me start with that first. If you can't help them, don't be afraid to tell them you can't help them. Don't help nobody and you can't help yourself. So if you're going to help somebody, go back to that. And they get their place in that 3rd month. I feel like that last month, you should just let them keep their money, so they can use that money in order to move. Because it takes money to move too. That's how I look at it. I wouldn't want, if that last month or a week or however y'all decide to do the arrangement, let them keep their money in order for them to get out of your house, if you want them to get out your house. How you want their money and they need the money to get out your house, but then you complain about them being in your house? That just don't make no sense. So to me, you should let them keep that money so they can get out your house. So when they leave, you want them to be doing better for themselves, so they won't need to come back and stay with you. So with that being said, people will let you come stay with them. And then when you try to leave, they'll say, she left and didn't give me this. She owed me this and this and that, just to have something to talk about. That's what made me cut people off. And I just started saying, I really don't need people, because God have always provided a way for me every time I asked him to. Time I go to God, he make a way for me. I have never been without since I've been confiding in God and letting go of fake friends. Even when I'm struggling, I ain't struggling, because God provide, make sure I have a roof over my head, food in my house, necessities, and everything that I need. And I just stay my ass in the house, because I ain't missing nothing out there in the world but bad energy, bad vibes, COVID. I'm not missing nothing out there in the free world, because ain't nothing out there. I'd rather communicate with the birds and the trees sometimes. But I'm just saying, it just, me being on my journey, it has made me a lot more humble, a lot more grateful, a lot more respectful, a lot more kinder, a lot more empathetic. I was already empathetic, but it's even more so. So by me going through my spiritual awakening, it made me not want to even, like, I used to love watching reality shows. I still watch TV. I love me some P Valley. But news, time you cut on the news, it's something bad going on, and I just don't need to attach other people bad energy and stuff onto me. Not saying I'm not concerned and I'm not hurtful about what go on in the world. You know, like that school with them kids. I got up that next morning and I cried so hard. I cried so hard, and that's why I don't like to look at the news, because it makes you sad. And then you get angry about stuff that you can't really prevent. You can't do nothing about some things that go on in the world. You can't prevent it, and you putting all your energy into it. I mean, if you're not willing to go out and really make a change in what's going on in the world, don't even just involve your energy into it. Sometimes I close myself. I stay isolated in the house just so I can be peaceful. And my peace it means a lot to me, you know. Some people feel like they can't be alone, and when you feel like you can't be alone, that means you need to learn how to work on your self love and learn who you are as a person. And see, by me going through my spiritual awakening, I'm learning a whole lot. I know my virtual, a lot of religious people, they would call that, like, I don't know. They don't like how you look at how spiritual people, or like some people don't. I can't just speak for everyone, but my journey has made me better. You have people that are good and bad in all things. Religious people, you have pastors that are devils. You have tarot readers that are devils. Everybody ain't good in things that are supposed to sometimes benefit people for the good. It's people that do it for the wrong reasons and bad things too. So me just understanding life within itself, it made me not go towards Christianity, because to me it's just making my opinion. It makes me feel like it's somebody that I'm really not. I don't walk around like even though I want the world to be kind and sweet, and you know, but in order for me to balance that out, I gotta keep my stuff balanced. Like in what I'm trying to say. Okay, like for instance, if I need to cuss somebody out, I cuss their ass out. If somebody mess with me, I'm gonna defend myself. If somebody say something disrespectful to me, I'm gonna check them for trying to check me. You know, and it's difficult to explain right now because this is my first video. But as I learn how to speak to you all, y'all work with me, please, because I'm gonna start doing this every day. Get up in the morning and I get better. I even have a journal. Whenever thoughts come to my head, and I put it on Facebook, and like some people get mad and act like, you know, I'm trying to cancel them. No, I'm canceling myself. But some people can benefit from me growing on. I'm teaching myself as I teach others. It's stuff I need to know. And when I go back to my memories, like on Facebook, like the things that I post, it let me see where I'm at today. So I say a lot of stuff and I be like, ooh, well, I can't believe I was all that. But yeah, I gotta accept who I was and who I'm going to be. I gotta leave my past in the past. And I wish a lot of people would do that. But they think that you faking, or I don't really care what people think, but I know how people think. They think you faking. They think you looking for attention because you learn how to love yourself. I take pictures because I'm proud of my journey. I'm proud of where I'm at today. Y'all, I'm sorry. I got my fanny thing on because I went walking this morning. I'm taking it out. So, anyway, I'm proud of my pad. And I'm proud of all the work I've done. I'm proud of being able to express and let people know that my faith is so strong now, and I wake up every morning. I go through my ups and downs, but I'm still at peace. And it's because I'm by myself that when you by yourself and you don't have everybody energy attached to you, you start getting to know who you are as a person, as an individual. You start looking at yourself as an individual. And my whole thing is I'm just working on a path towards the light. I don't like that dark side, because that dark side, it kept me attached to bad things, fake friends. And people want to act like they be a good friend when they do things for you. Okay, I'm appreciative of what you do for me, but are you appreciative of what I've done for you? Because I'm the friend that, and I don't give a damn about none of my friends, my ex-friends, homegirls.